What we do here is go back.
Yeah, good mate. Thanks for having me.
Who went the hardest in the celebrations?
Can't say myself, can I?
You sort of almost got to tell yourself that you're a big game player or a big finals player. So somehow I thought, well, just because I play well as a 13-year-old, I have to play well in the grand final.
Me and Cogs are a couple of good WA boys, and we do get a bit affectionate with each other, always giving each other kisses and stuff. Nah, not really, just, a manly kiss on the cheek every now and then.
Yes, g'day guys, welcome back to the Bray and Ethan podcast, and believe it or not, this is proper nervous 90s. 99, powered by Skinbro for 2023 and Hat Locker. Use code Bray and Ethan 20 for 20% off across both stores. And Skinbro's full skincare kit, including all three products, is a cheeky $54.99.
Yep.
With free Australia-wide shipping. And like we said last week, Ethan, if you use that little cheeky 20% off discount code, wow.
It's
like
it's a bundle of joy.
Almost
That's
$45
what I'll say.
just about.
But $59.99, episode 99. It's all coming together now. This man is coming straight off Perth's best and fairest in the Colts. Super successful year. And we've interviewed a lot of people, but I reckon the first ever sort of hyphen or I guess double last name, I guess you could call it. It's Kalib Dempster-Park. Kalib, welcome.
Cheers for having me on, guys.
Good to get you in. It's I wouldn't say it was organised late, but this week. So appreciate you coming in a lot, and busy time of year, but obviously off season now. So it's exciting to have you in.
Yeah, lucky I had some time off, so could get in nice and easy.
Off work, as you said.
Yeah, very nice. Well, we'll jump straight into the best and fairest while it's fresh in the memory. What does it mean to you, and did you write a speech?
I didn't prepare a speech, but when I got up there, luckily they just asked me some questions, so it's pretty naturally flowing through. But yeah, obviously it's really cool to get some individual success. But like I said when I was there, I play footy, have fun with my mates, and there's nothing like team success. So
Obviously you play for that team success, but what does it sort of mean to you?
I reckon it's just good reward for effort. When you're doing those hard pre-season sessions and just all those hours you've got to put in, getting a bit of individual success. Yeah, a bit of good reward for effort. But happy with it, I guess.
Yeah. Good that you didn't have to make a speech. They sort of ask you questions as well. Not saying you wouldn't have done a good job, but I can imagine the nerves.
Exactly. Imagine making a speech and then not even winning it. You just be because I guess if they asked you to make a speech, you'd want to know you're winning it. I guess. Yeah,
prepare. You want to at least prepare. Now, did you feel like you were a chance for the award? Obviously, very strong middle to sort of back end of the year, where you got on a roll there. So at what point, if any, did you feel like it was yours to lose?
I didn't play the first 5 games, so I thought that would have hindered my chances. But I played really well through the middle part of the year, so I definitely knew I had a good chance of winning it. But then when we got to the end of round 18, because we did a vote count, and they were we're including finals, and I didn't have the best final, so I was it's gonna be close here and stuff like that.
Bit controversial. It happens a lot in the AFL where Brownlow medalists, for instance, don't win the club best and fairest. Now, what I mean by this is Colin Livingston winning the Jack Clark medal but not winning the best and fairest. There's a bit of controversy there.
Yeah, well, I guess it's different because obviously the Jack Clark's umpires and the coaches awards, obviously, coaches. So people see the game differently and give votes out differently. And I think with in our best and fairest, a lot of backmen did well because we did every coach gets 5 votes, and backs coaches obviously tempted to give the votes to the backs and stuff. But with the umpires, I just don't even know how umpires do votes because you've got so much going on. It must be pretty challenging for them.
Well, this bloke's an umpire. He's done that process.
It can be challenging.
Yeah.
No, it's a midfielder's award because they are at every stoppage, so we see them.
Or ruckman like Colin.
Yeah, potentially. Well, in terms of your early days, you grew up around Grass Valley, and I guess Northam has been put on the map footy-wise a lot recently with heaps of footy stars coming out of there. So how was the childhood growing up?
Yeah, obviously I went to primary school with Aiden and Nathan O'Driscoll, so that was pretty cool. You'd just be leave class and we'd all just go for a kick and play footy on the ovals and stuff like that. And then I remember, especially in basketball season, we'd all watch Bobby Hill go play basketball versus Sydney Stack, and it'd just be these two kids are getting 30 points and dominating.
And this is when they're kids.
Yeah, this is when they were year 7, year 8. It was awesome. And obviously Robinson in the grand final as well. He went to my primary school as well. So yeah, there's a lot of talent out of Northam.
Yeah, no, it's a special place to be. Now moving to Scotch, the guys we've had on from Scotch can't really speak highly enough of the experience. So I imagine it's the same for you, especially as a captain of boarding and tasting a bit of silverware as well.
Yeah, my experience at Scotch was awesome. Like I've got nothing bad to say about it. Obviously, going year 7 and going to boarding school, I got homesick at the start, and that was something to overcome, and it was pretty challenging. But like every year, it just gets better and better. And like in year 12 to win the Alco, like I know it's pretty cliche, but everyone just says like you dream about it from when you get there, and to win in year 12 was awesome. And obviously, it has a lot of talent around me. Like obviously, a lot of kids made state team in Scotch, like Joe Fonte, Cohen, and all those boys. So a lot of talent there as well.
How'd you deal with that homesickness? It's pretty interesting.
I think it's just doing stuff to take your mind off it. Like early days, term 1, like there's no winter sports or footy, so like you had a lot of time when you kind of just like thinking about it and you get homesick. But once like term 2 started, there's like I played club footy and Scotch footy, so like didn't even have time to think about being homesick. Like you're just constantly doing sport, and I guess once you're starting to do all those sports, you're like developing relationships with more people and getting more friends, and can't just get used to it all, I guess.
Yeah, that circle builds.
By the end of it, it's I guess you're home. And
Yeah,
all your
exactly.
mates are there, so you feel.
Yeah,
really
exactly. By the end of
comfortable.
year 12, you kind of feel like it's a second home. Like it's kind of hard just like leaving boarding school because you like don't know anything different really.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, obviously you went from Scotch and then obviously progressed through to the Perth Footy Club. Was it a natural sort of transition for you? Obviously, you played some Futures and Colts games there the year before, but how was that, I guess, progression?
Yeah, I'd been at Futures and Colts, so like I definitely knew a lot of the boys, but it was kind of weird because I'd never really done like a full season at Colts because obviously PSA, so you'd be there like in patches and stuff, but it was kind of the same because Colin Livingston's like one of my best mates and we kind of did it all together. Like I remember in year 12 when we had like buys for the Alco season, we both didn't have our licenses at the time, so we'd have to like Uber to training or get like one of our mums to like come pick us up and take us. So it's definitely challenging being like a boarder and going to all like your footy sessions and stuff, but I guess this year, like obviously having your license, you're just driving to training and like just developing those relationships with all the players. Like some of them are like my best mates now. Like there's some kids in the teams that like in the Perth Demons team, like last year I'd say like hi, like, how are you? But like now I'm like hanging out with them on weekends and stuff like that. So it's just like I guess you're spending so much time together, so you just all become such good mates.
Like another footy culture sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not quite a school sort of culture, but yeah, got that culture, which is good.
And not only did you win the best and fairest this year, but you also made the team of the year and came second in the Colts coaches medal across the comp. Reflecting on it now, did you sort of exceed your own expectations this year with how successful it's been?
Yeah, definitely. Well, like because I didn't get picked for the first 5 games, like I was so frustrated at the time and like I was like kind of losing my hope in footy, but then to get back into the team and just like kind of hit the ground running straight away, like I was like, got nothing to lose now really. Like I didn't play at the start of the year, like I'm just going to try my hardest every week and see how that goes. And luckily I put some good strong form together and yeah, obviously did pretty well. And but at the same time, like last year playing for Perth, like we didn't even like make it close to finals, so that was a bit annoying. But to also have that team success this year was just awesome, and had like the best times like winning games of footy with my mates and stuff like that.
Yeah, would you say like that team success sort of combined in the individual success kind of came together?
Yeah, for sure. And especially when like your team like knows their structures and like what they need to do to win, like I feel like it helps your individual game because like when you're losing, you're kind of like all over the shop, like don't really know what to do. But when you're winning, you get into a rhythm and stuff, especially in that mid part of the year. We were like, I don't know, like 12-0 and I was playing my best footy then. So that I guess that's like all comes down to that team success and that team responsibilities really.
Yeah. Why weren't you picked for the start of the year?
So we like just before round 1, our 2 midfielders, Connor McDonald and Jake Watson, got dropped down from league like last second. They were going to keep them there, but they dropped them. And because I was a midfielder, like, oh, sorry, mate, like we kind of had to push you out here. So that weekend I was like, I kind of want to play footy because I hadn't like organised an Amos game because I just assumed I'd be playing Colts. So went back to Northam actually and played a game there. And then I didn't get back into the team till like round 6. So I went and played for UWA, like Amos footy for that Colts team, and I had a blast there. That was good fun, but kind of puts it like into perspective of like the chance you get at Colts and like how different like the quality of footy is, I guess. But it was a good experience playing some league footy back home and then coming and playing Amos here. Like you kind of understand like all the different types of footy like level.
Yeah.
It's pretty
No,
nuts
for
how
sure.
you've won the best and fairest after not playing the first
Yeah.
6 games.
It's a story. It's a story to tell. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you mentioned before you thought you didn't play too well in the final series, but you had a pretty huge game in the prelim. Personally, do you pride yourself on, I guess, being a big game player? Is that bull in the middle? when it
Yeah, for
matters?
sure. Like that's what actually my coaches were saying to me
Yeah.
throughout the year. They're like, "Oh, we can see that you actually perform better in like the bigger, harder games." And I find personally, like I prefer playing in those bigger, harder games. Like I know, like in the grand final and stuff, Pop didn't have like my best game and stuff, but yeah, against East Freo, like it was like obviously played well, but then at the same time, like when we won that, it was probably like the happiest I've ever felt. Like it was so good, like winning that as a team, and just the opportunity to play at Optus was like a dream of mine.
Yeah, and people can say, "Oh, it's just another game." Like, what's the difference between like a finals game and a regular season game? But it's not the same. Like,
Yeah, completely agree. Like, it's just so much more contested, and like you actually can like go missing for like a whole quarter and just be like, well, that went past so fast. Like, it can be quite challenging to like stay in the game, and like at Optus, like with like everything that's going on, you kind of like find it hard to just stay focused and like.
Yeah.
there's just
be
so much
switched
more
on.
on the line. Like, there's more eyeballs on it as well.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like you have one bad quarter, you could cost your team like a
Yeah.
win, and it's just like, yeah, it's pretty stressful at times.
Yeah, we'll understand it might be a bit hard to touch on the grand final, so we have kept that in mind. But obviously, excitement going into it. What did you sort of make of how the game played out and playing on Optus, as you said?
I've said this to everyone. Like, obviously, it's pretty frustrating and devastating to lose it, but like I just look at it as like such a good experience. Like, it just even like getting the bus from like our home ground into the
Yeah.
oval, like going
That'd be
underground,
so much
like
fun, yeah.
all that was just like so sick. But yeah, obviously, like in hindsight, you kind of just like replay the game in your head, and you're like, oh, I could have done stuff differently here. Like, you have a lot of regret, but there's not much you can really do about it, really. Like, Claremont are like obviously an awesome team. They're super talented, and
Yeah.
I guess is the fact that in that last quarter, like we played so well, and we had so many opportunities to win. Kind of like, even though as hard as it is, like we could have probably won if we converted in that last quarter. But at the same stage, like it's a credit to all the boys that we like stuck at it, just kept going, which shows a lot about the group. And even at like all our club events since the season's finished, like our managers and coaches have been saying like that's gonna fuel us for the next few years. Just that pain of losing the grand final, but like they realised we never gave up and just kept pushing to the final siren.
Yeah. I wonder if any boys have gone back to watch it, like, because obviously
Yeah.
you can't.
I can't rewatch it.
You'd want it,
I'm
like,
too scared to.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to, but like, I don't know, maybe at some point, but probably not as well.
Maybe before like round 1 next year,
Yeah,
just
just,
to
like,
get me
fuel it
going.
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, winning the best and fairest was probably helped you a little bit from a selfish point of view, like picking yourself up after a loss like that. But what do you sort of do to make the spirits not completely like keep them up?
Yeah,
sort of
like
thing?
obviously straight after the grand final, like I remember just like walking into the change room and just like we had like a little talk to our coach, and then like everyone was just crying in like the
Yeah.
change rooms. And it was pretty hard to like watch. And then we kind of went back to the club and like had some fun back there and stuff to take our minds off it. And then over the next week, I just kind of just said like I'm just going to take a break from gym, footy, running, and all that. Just like a bit of a deload week, just to like reset and stuff. And went out. I remember the weather was good, like so we went to Roto with some of my mates just to take my mind off it. And then lately it's kind of just been like getting back into it, like starting to gym harder, just set myself goals for next year, and just it's not the end of the world. We lost the grand final. Like obviously it would have been great to win, but I guess that pain's going to fuel me for the off season and getting stuck into it.
Yeah. Was there a bit of added emotion in it as well? Because knowing guys from Claremont through like Scotch and maybe even your time at Swanbourne, happy for them, but obviously at the same time, of course not. Like added emotion
Yeah.
in terms of like the opponents and like the rivalries formed with mates, really.
Yeah, exactly. Like I pretty much like good mates with like the whole Claremont team, because I either like went to school with them. Like there's ones last year, and then there's kids like year 12 now, and then I played club footy against so many of them. So like I know the whole team. So it was hard, especially at the end of the game. Like they were all coming up to me, and I just knew like, oh, these guys are gonna have like the best week of their lives, and
Yeah.
I'm just like here. But to be fair, like they've all been hell nice about it. Like they were like, oh, you guys gave it a crack in that last quarter, and haven't been like like cocky and stuff about it. Like which is credit to them.
It was like, when you think about it, pretty incredible performance, because Cohen wasn't playing, and like Zane obviously like dominated, and like no disrespect to like the other team, but like if Cohen was there, like probably Zane doesn't dominate. But yeah,
I feel bad for Colin as well, because like he feels responsible for it, but like it's
Yeah,
not his
yeah,
fault
it's
at
not his
all.
fault,
Like
yeah.
he's what tore his lung and stuff. But like like I obviously like you think it could have changed the result, but yeah, I'm not sure. Like even like one of my other good mates at Perth, our backup ruck Darcy Alvaro tore his ACL like halfway through the year, so we were missing our 2 main ruck, and the guy that did play Charlie, he's only like 16, so like but I reckon he'll be pretty good in the next few years, but like it's pretty challenging for him to solo ruck against like Zane, who's going into the national draft and probably going to get picked up.
Yeah. Nah, it's all those like what could have been, we'll never know sort of things.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably only good for him. He's only going to get bigger and stronger.
Yeah, for sure. And
develop his game more.
Yeah, I guess there's all these ifs and stuff, but at the end of the day, Claremont won and we didn't. But obviously, it's just an awesome experience. And I would obviously change to change the result of it, but just as like an experience, I loved it.
No Stephen May comments saying like, all this stuff like we should have beaten them and that sort of thing.
I guess like also when you look at like the finals, like we beat them early in the year and then we drew and then they beat us in the first final. So obviously we're like pretty evenly matched teams. So like anything could have really happened.
Yeah, for sure. Well, there's been some royalty around the place at Lathlane so far, or in a year just gone. Ben Cousins being that. What's the influence, or what's his influence been like down there, and have you been able to learn much from him?
Yeah, Benny's awesome. Like you'd think as like an AFL superstar, like he wouldn't really like go out of his way to get to know you, and he'd kind of just be like all like confident stuff. But he's like the complete opposite. Like he's super shy. Like he's like really made it like a goal of his to like get to know all the players. And as like a midfielder and like as a runner, he's like come up to me and like made like himself so like open to me and like always talk to me and stuff. It's awesome, and it's always giving me feedback on how I can improve and how I can improve my game and stuff. But yeah, he's like such a nice guy. Like I couldn't speak highly of him.
Yeah. Starstruck, or is it now a bit more so like it's just Ben?
That's the weird thing about it. Like even when you're at the club, you're not like this guy's an AFL superstar. You're like, oh, this guy's just another coach that's like, trying to improve my game and stuff. It's kind of weird like that. You'd think like everyone's like, oh, Ben Cousins, like can I get a photo and stuff like that. But like it's actually just he's just like
Normal
another one of the
person.
guys there.
Yeah.
And I think he like enjoys that about us, that we're not all just like like in his face and stuff.
Fangirling,
We're all just like respect him as like a normal person.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, probably going to lose a couple to the draft, hopefully, from Perth's point of view. Other than that, though, like if the group can stay together, have you thought about, I guess, goals, or is it just enjoying the rest of the year at the moment?
Nah, I think we've all kind of just like already got back into it. Like two of my closer mates at Perth, Noah Cashard and Jake Watson, like we've already started like doing sessions, like gym sessions and running sessions together and stuff. But I think we know like if Perth aren't doing well next year, there's opportunities for us to all play seniors like league footy, which would be like obviously my goal was to go play league next year at some stage. But if not, like there's so many of us moving up to resis that we're hoping that we can just kind of do the same with this year in Colts, but do it in resis, like have a strong resis team and hopefully play finals with the bonuses if we can play league footy.
Was there any feedback about you being close to state selection at all?
No, well I kind of missed the first 5 games, so it kind of like ruled me out. But like obviously a lot of my mates like, oh, if you played like you did in those first, like if you were playing those first 5 games, you probably would have been a chance and stuff. But like I don't really like want to hear it. It's kind of just like, oh, it didn't
Nothing
happen.
You can do now, sort of
but
thing.
yeah, like obviously it would have been awesome to have that experience of playing state footy and putting my name out there. But it's not much you can do about it now, really.
Yeah.
Well, surfing seems to be a bit of a hobby of yours, and you seem like you got the surfing looks as well. Off the field, what's sort of happening? And I guess will you head back home at all over the summer?
So at the moment I'm actually working for my auntie as a she's a florist. She's got a flower company, so I'm just driving around Perth delivering flowers, which is a pretty easy job and it's actually pretty cool. And then besides that, just like making sure I'm hitting the gym, trying to get bigger for senior footy, making sure I'm keeping my running capacity up and just focusing on my footy skills. And then I'm hoping over like the next couple months heading back home and helping Dad on the farm, which will be a good experience. And then I think over January we're actually heading down south, like my family, but heaps of my mates will be down there, so probably relax over January and then get back into it.
Yeah. Sounds like you got it all figured out.
Yeah.
It's a pretty organisation.
Yeah.
Pretty good organisation there.
Summer is set.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to the Instagram Q&As.
There's a lot.
There
you
is
can
a
say
lot.
what you want here, especially this first one.
Yep, but of course it's all thanks to Skimbo and Hat Locker. First one.
A little bit
I don't
nervous
know
here,
if-
to be honest. I don't know what to expect.
I don't know if this is M. Creed C or McCreed C, but it says, "Are you single?"
Yes, I am single, but focusing on footy. Don't need any distractions.
Smart response. Dole Sink, why did you snitch when T-Mud stole your lolly snakes?
So this is a boarding story. Like one of my mates, this is like back when we first started. One of my mates like was stealing lollies, and then someone snitched on him. It's just a bit of one of those boring stories you reflect on and you think it's like a good gag.
Yeah.
But that guy's name's Brooke Milner. He's up in Derby now.
I don't mind his username. Surprising how he got that, to be honest.
Yeah, the username.
He
Thought it would have been
got that.
taken.
Yeah, that would have been pinched a while ago, I would have thought.
Joe Matthews again. Why do Perth Football Club refer to you as Jordan De Goey?
Oh, so me and Joe, we both had like a 2-week period over in mid-season. So we're like, let's go head to Bali for a week. And you guys know how like Jordan De Goey went to Bali a couple years ago and got in trouble. So like everyone, when I got back, was just like, taking the piss, like, Jordan De Goey's back, and had a bit of fun over in Bali. But no, we just chilled out the whole time over there, soaked up the sun.
Well, that was just during like when you guys had like 2 buys.
Yeah,
in a
so
row
like
or something.
I think there was like the state game bye,
And
and
then
then
you
we
played
both just
West
happened to have a
Coast.
bye. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
both had 2 weeks off, so we decided to head over for a week.
Yeah, there was a couple of weeks like that. Rusty_Macintosh. Do you fake tan?
No, I don't fake tan. I do love to get out in the sun and soak it up, but no, I don't fake tan at all.
Noah_Catchard, Perth teammate. One bloke you live with from the Colts team, if you had to choose one bloke. Could be asking for him here, so.
I don't know. Probably Colin, because I've boarded with Colin and I know him, so he's like my best mate, and I know he's clean. Like I get really bad like OCD and like personal areas, so like at least I know he'll be clean and
Bottle 0P. How inspiring was it playing a game of uni footy 5th grade Ammo's Colts to start the season?
Yeah, so
Did you play in their 2s or 3s?
So my first game, I had to play in their 2s because like they didn't
I
know
can't
who I
believe
was.
this.
So I played C grade for the C Colts, but like I
Brett
honestly
Jones or something, isn't it?
like had the best time playing for them. Like, and the fun thing about it is like you play one game and now like I'm friends with them all and like I see them and like g'day. But like yeah, it's pretty cool how I've gone from like C grade Amos to like Colts team of the year, playing the grand
best
final
and
for
fairest.
Colts. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I don't think many people would do that, to be honest.
So what was the highest grade you played at uni?
So I went
Just first Colts?
C Colts then A Colts.
Yeah, so you didn't play any senior
No,
footy?
no senior footy.
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowed to play senior footy if you're like Colts
Associated with the Colts team,
Oh, okay.
Clay Hall, good mate, friend of the show. Favourite Daisy's cafe order?
Oh, so back when Clay and like Colton were living in Perth, me, him, and like Dan and Joe Matthews would go to Daisy's like most mornings after a swim. I'm not like a big coffee guy, so I kind of just got like a chalky muff, but like Clay loves the chalky muffs and like some sort of coffee. I don't even know what he drinks, but some sort of coffee.
So where some of those blokes drink like coffee, like multiple coffees a day, from what I've seen.
I like struggle to drink one like a week, and they're drinking like 2 a day.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Well, that's good when you love it. Tyler.Messina. Rate Skinny's Riz 1 to 10.
Yeah, so this is one of our boarding mates, Sam McGuinness. He lives up in Meriden, so he's a full-on farmer guy. But he's rate his Riz. Poor Skinny, but like I'd probably give him like a 2. Like he's not that good.
C. Bailey. Rumours going around you are zesty. What do you have to say to those people?
This is just one of my Aquinas mates, just thinking he's funny, but I don't even know what to say.
No
to
comment.
C.Bailey again. I don't know what this is, but it says, "What is Scasey?" Or
so that's like
what are you? What are you in it?
So that's like so Scasey. It's like a bit of a joke. It's like my friend group. So it's like SC stands for Scotch. So that's like me, Joe Matthews, Dan, like a couple of other mates, and then AC stands for like Aquinas boys. Yeah. So there's like 12 of us, and there's a few footy players in there. Like I don't know if you know like Jack Eastor from East Fremantle, and there's a few of us. So yeah.
What was the Y
Hard to
stand
break
for?
in.
I don't know, just make it sound...
Put it on the end, because what you can't really say like scas or finish it off
Yeah.
nice.
All right. Colin Livingston, he sent in 2. First one, what hair dye do you use?
Oh, no, nothing. Just beach. Get out in the sun and salt water. That's all I use.
All natural. Colin again, am I your best looking teammate?
Best looking teammate. I know there's so many Perth boys that would love me to just like shout them out here, but you know what they say, girls get the girls, so maybe.
Yeah.
Well, this next one from James Mazzaro. This is a bit sort of 2, but we'll just breeze past the first one. He says, how many birds do you pull? But then also says who's going to take him to training next year.
Yeah, so Mezzo, like, he's a kid that lives in like Mount Claremont, and I had to drive him and all the Scotch borders to the training every week and stuff, so I think he would have to maybe get his license or find someone to take him next year.
Or Uber like you guys used to, as you said.
Exactly. I've spent that much money on Ubers to training. It's ridiculous.
Cooper_Moore_7, another Perth teammate. How do you get such beautiful hair, Leber?
Oh, just salt water, hit the beach.
Yeah, covered on that.
Gracie Ewers.
Yeah, this is one of the
Yep.
girls on my footy team.
Yep. Well, she says Claremont Tigers girls coaching highlights.
Has to be that first game.
Obviously,
Yeah.
definitely the first game. Like, thought we were on top of the world singing the team song, like thinking this is going to happen every week. And then, unfortunately, after that first game, it just went downhill.
Yeah.
Is the song the actual Claremont song?
actual Claremont
It's
song.
literally like you same logo, same jersey.
Yeah, it's literally everything the same. Yeah.
Just juniors.
Liberty Sheldrick, another one. Would you consider coaching the Claremont girls a highlight of your life / career? Where does it sit? Is it up there with the best and
it's up there,
fairest?
top,
Yeah.
top. Beats out all my individual success coaching those girls.
Yeah.
Are you going to get asked to come back, or is she?
I've been
graduated now?
asked to come back, but like I don't think any of them are actually playing next year.
Yeah.
What is your sister graduated or? is she
No,
year
so
12
they're
next year?
all the girls that have asked the questions are year 11, so they can all play next year. But I think they're one and
Yeah.
done.
Ryan.
Ryan _Lee_. How did railways influence your rise to success?
So that's like Northern when I
Yeah.
went back and played, and we lost by like 150 points like Beverly. So yeah, I'd say I had fun. It's good to have a taste of senior footy.
Yeah, bit of resilience
Yeah.
as well. Dylan.Noble, any tips for young players trying to crack into Colts and futures?
Yeah, for sure. I reckon, especially if you're like going to those trials, just making sure you're as fit as possible. That's what I did in my early days. Like I just made sure I was fit as possible. Went for heaps of runs. Like did a lot of 2Ks just to make sure my 2K time was up. Because like honestly, coaches probably don't like to say it, but I reckon they like look at if you get a good 2K, you're not getting cut. Like
Yeah, there's a huge emphasis
Yeah.
on fitness, I reckon.
yeah, exactly. If you're doing well in all the fitness testing, like all the like running sessions at training, like you're gonna stay in the team. And then, like I remember one preseason I hadn't kicked a footy for months before, but I was super fit. So like, I feel like the skills just gradually come along because you're doing so much skills at
with it, yeah.
training.
And like the thing is that people probably don't really realise that are coming through. Like you're playing an extra quarter of footy technically than what you would normally say at year 12 level.
Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
25 minutes instead of 20. So you got an extra 20 minutes you got to run around for. So
I also reckon
it's
it's
a big thing.
Once you're at train, just like I like don't do this a lot, but just have fun. Like you don't need to be like fully serious the whole time. Like I found like pre-season just took so long because like you're not having much fun. But once the season started and we all started like becoming friends, it's just enjoying being there together. Like made time fly by.
Sure. Jake.Watto. Heard you're in the finest of forms at Hippie. Thoughts?
No, I've actually never been to Hippie Club,
you
so I
not?
don't know what he's saying. But yeah, last weekend after our best and fairest, I was so tired, so I didn't drink either. So I dropped all the boys at Hippie. So I'm sure they all had a good time there. But yeah, Jake's one of the kids at Perth.
Yep.
Noah_Cashard again. Is it true you personally pinned your best and fairest award on the whiteboard at JLR?
No, so like at the gym, me, Catchy, and what I go to, they have like a player of the month or like performance of the month, and someone wrote my best and fairest up there, which like I hate like people like doing all that because I don't know, I get a bit like nervous and stuff when people talk about individual success. But no, I did see under my name though was Mark of the Year Noah Cashard, which he got. So maybe he's been pinning up himself as well.
Jake Watto again. Rumour has it you're a highly sought after delivery driver in the flower industry.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm highly sought after, but I hope I'm doing all right at it. And
What are the things? What are the key things if someone were to be a delivery driver? Is it? I feel like it would be a lot about like timings and like.
Well, also you got to
deadlines.
be a good driver because you're driving all around Perth, and you don't want to be like in
you
a
in a
bad
van?
situation. Yeah, in a van. Actually, vans are sick to drive. Like they're so
Apparently
easy.
they're pretty hard. Like
Nah,
like one of my mates drove one of the vans at his work a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, "I can see why people are so angry at van drivers on the road."
I actually
because
reckon it's
they're hard
easier to drive than my ute, but the only thing is
right.
like because it's so long, you don't know like when you revert. There's no reverse parking camera, so you're like parallel parking or something. You're like, oh, I've got no idea how much space I've got.
It's fair enough.
Benji.Dempster-Park.
Yeah,
Who's
younger
the better
brother.
brother at footy?
Benji had a good year, so he won his grand final, kicked a couple goals. So maybe he's the better player. He won a Grandy, not me.
No BNF though, so
Yeah.
what do you put up higher?
Exactly.
No BNF after missing 6 games at
Yeah.
the start of the year. Taj.Martin17. Who is your favourite? What is your favourite athletics moment from your fabled times at Scotch College?
Yeah, so at Scotch, I was a long distance runner, so I did like the 15 metre 1500 meter and the 800 meter runs. I always had like good success in them, which was good. Like won a few events at inter-school athletics and stuff. Probably when we were there, we won like 6 asks in a row, so that was pretty sick. And then I won a few 1500s in like year 11 and stuff. So that, yeah, all that stuff was pretty sick.
So you're running a 1500 and 1800 in the same day?
Oh, 15 and 800.
In the same day?
It's like an hour apart. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
like I do well in the 1500 because it was like before.
Yeah.
And then when we got to the 800, like the natural runners just killed me because I was like dead. Like I wasn't prepared because it's literally like straight after footy season as well.
We've got a late one here from Kai Allen Ford to finish off the Q&As. Opinion on Jaden Clark?
Oh, yeah. So Jaden Clark, he's like a good Matling boy or something, and he's at Scotch at Perth Demons as well. Played first footy as a year 10, so he's one to watch for the future, I'm sure. I think he played like state 16s and got best player or something as well. So one to watch for the future maybe.
All right, well, we'll move on to the quiz now. There is now a 4-way tie for the top of the leaderboard on 12 each. Riley Harbin, Luke Kelly, Riley DeSisto and Ashton Ferreira all sit on 12. Dan Curtin, 11 and a half. We'll go through some teammates of yours.
Oscar and Cohen are on 10.
Yep. You have to scroll a long way down to get 10 now because there are that many people on 10. That would just about be it, hey?
Do you back yourself in with stats personally?
It feels like AFL stats maybe, but like I'm not that, because I love like AFL fantasy, but like I'm not that good with my own individual stats.
Okay.
Well, first question for everyone. Question number 1. What is your height and weight on the WAFL website?
I reckon it might be 72 kilos. 170 centimeters maybe? 175?
Oh, yeah.
We'll count that last guess,
right.
yeah.
So 72 and 175.
1 from 1. Number 2, name the only team you kicked a goal and a point against in the same game this year.
Claremont.
Correct.
Yes. Claremont it is. 2 from 2. Question number 3. You've played with the same amount of you've played
Doesn't look at it.
You've played the same amount of career futures games as you have Colts games in 2022. What is that number?
5?
Close.
6.
Oh, I was going to
apparently.
say 6, but nah. Yeah, probably is 6.
So that mean you played all the futures games in?
I think so.
2021?
Honestly, can't remember, but I remember that year was like hindered by COVID or something. Like it was all messed up a bit. But yeah.
True.
2 from 3. Number 4, did you personally have more kicks or handballs in the grand final?
Kicks.
Handballs.
Oh no.
8 to 7. Close.
2 from 4.
2 from 4. Question number 5. As mentioned, you were second in the Colts Coaches Award for the whole comp, so the Coaches Association. How many votes did you poll?
So I think Tyler Stench got 36. So I was either 32 or 30. I'm going to say 33.
Oh, you had it.
32.
It was 32. Oh no.
2 from 5 still.
Now, you had a lot. You had 24 touches, quite a bit.
Mm.
How many times did you have 24 or more this year?
5.
Correct.
Good. Got the ball rolling again. 3 from 6. Question number 7. How many points did you beat Claremont by in your 30 disposal game in round 8?
We were up by so much and then we let them back. I reckon it was 9.
Oh, it's so close. He's one off every time. 8 points.
Oh no.
Yeah. 3 from 7.
2 from 7.
Is this like a worst performance ever?
No, it's
I wouldn't say
definitely
it's not the worst.
of all time. Definitely not.
So in the prelim and the grand final, you personally had the same amount of marks 2 weeks in a row. How many was this?
8.
Is that 8 all up?
Oh wait, so like
Like in each game,
I had this like what
same
number did
amount.
I?
Yeah, I don't know if you were guessing all up there from the 2 combined.
Is it all up or?
Also, I reckon I had 8 in both, so 16 all up.
There's only 4 in
Apparently, it's 4 in both. So 8. That's why I was like, is he thinking like 8
I should have
combined?
taken a hint a bit better there.
4, 3.
Still 3
still three.
3 from 8.
Number 9.
Your most tackles in a game was 12 this year, which you did twice. Name one of those teams you did it against.
I reckon if you name both of them, we'll give 2 points. Yeah, I want to get your score up.
I think One was Claremont. I can think of like heaps of my 10s, but I can't think of which ones was 12. Maybe Peel.
Bang.
Peel is one. Yes.
There's one more. Are you locking in Claremont? As the
No,
other?
I think I had 10 against Claremont. So Peel 12 and Swan Districts.
Subiaco.
Oh, Subiaco, yeah.
Still a point there though, so we're on 4.
Yep,
So we
4
can
from
get up to 9 if you somehow get the birthday. So to who am I? Basically someone related to sort of where you've been,
Yeah.
not a family member, but birthday. We're out that. Nothing else. 5 points, three guesses, then just an each line at the time, but 4 points, 3 points, 2
Yeah.
points. So I was born on the 7th of August 2003. 3 guesses. If you want to move forward, you can, but
2003. Is it? Nah, I'm moving forward, I guess. Like moving forward. a question.
sure, you got 3 guesses if you want. We
Oh.
can. Wild guesses. There's no embarrassment. I feel like people think, oh, it's an embarrassing guess. There's no embarrassing guesses. You can say
I'm
it
trying to
whatever.
just think of like kids I either went to school with that were born in 2003.
This isn't. This probably won't help, but this isn't someone like you probably like, think it is from like school. I'm just gonna say that.
It's just, but it has to be like related, like in some.
There's some.
Oh yeah.
connection.
Okay.
Like where you've played footy.
Yeah, yeah.
The next bit will probably reveal a lot more about that,
Yeah.
but that's for 4 points if you want to move forward.
I was thinking like initially like obviously Devin Robinson, Bobby Hill are two old.
For that, yeah.
Nathan O'Driscoll too are old. Emma O'Driscoll.
Nah, she's older than Nathan.
Oh,
Good
I didn't
guess,
know
but
that.
no.
All right, next
Go for it,
up,
okay.
next clue.
For 4 points, I'm the last player drafted out of the Swanbourne Tigers, apparently. Didn't even know this player played for Swanbourne.
Oh. I had a Swanbourne in 2003, so that was, 2 drafts ago?
Move forward.
Yeah, move forward.
Okay, for 3 points, I played at East Fremantle.
At East Fremantle, played for Swanbourne Tigers.
From like the country as well, I'll say that.
He's from the country as well. No, I got no idea.
Well, I'll say they're for 2 points. I'll add a bit to this bit. They were a rookie pick in that 2021 rookie draft was at the start of the year, so 2022. I played 16 AFL games this year.
16.
I'll say the team in this one as well for Melbourne.
Taj Wowo. No. Oh, it's
Incorrect.
Trent Rivers.
Incorrect.
Oh, what? Nah, don't know.
We'll go to the 1 pointer. I reckon no matter what, we're just going to give you 1 point, but we'll try to
Yeah.
knuckle it down. As a backman, number 41, I think.
Judd McVie.
Bang. Correct.
I swear he didn't play for Swanee
I was
Tigers.
stumped by this as well, but yeah, we got there.
Yeah, eventually.
What does it take us up to? 6? 5? 5, 6?
Probably like
5,
4.
I think.
5.
I think we're on 4 after the. Yeah, we were.
It wasn't
we're
like
on
it wasn't a
4.
bad quiz because you were so close with a lot of like the
Yeah.
one off, so you shouldn't be
It's a
too.
bit like the grand final, like what could have
Yeah.
been.
You should not be too discouraged by that.
This is definitely as big as the grand final. I'll tell you that.
Mm.
Well, of course, you can use code Bray and Ethan 20 for 20% off at both skimbro.com and hatlocker.com.au. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you can watch on YouTube when you get home if you're in the car.
If the upload doesn't, well, it was fine, but
It'll be
if
working.
it doesn't, if there's no delays there, yes.
Yep. And remember to subscribe, give a 5-star rating, as it is what helps us out a little bit. We've got a lovely Skimbro and Hatlocker gift for you, Caleb. But
Yeah.
thanks for coming on.
Episode
again.
99.
Yeah,
Nah, I
stick
appreciate
around.
it. Had a good time. Enjoyed it.
Appreciate you coming on. Well, Ethan,
See you
the
next
big one,
week.
the big one is next week.
100. See you
The
then.
big 100.